Forget no contact. That old advice? It's outdated. It's like trying to heal a deep wound by pretending it doesn't exist. You can go quiet, block her, unfollow her, disappear off the face of the earth, but that's not what shakes a woman to her core. That's not what makes her sit up in bed late at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering what the hell just happened. It's not the silence that hits her, it's the shift. Have you ever noticed how people start feeling your absence not when you leave, but when you change? When your energy evolves into something they can't access anymore? That's what leaves a mark. That's what burns into memory. Disappearing is expected. It's what they assume you'll do. But becoming a completely different man right in front of their eyes, that's a shock to the system. That's what lingers. She doesn't miss the guy who used to text her good morning. She doesn't miss the late night calls or the dates or the inside jokes. She misses the part of you that made her feel alive, the presence that grounded her, the energy that made her feel like the world stopped spinning for just a moment. When that's gone, and not because you ghosted, but because you genuinely outgrew her, that's when it really lands. You see, most men go quiet and wait. They hope. They check her story, they rewatch old videos, and convince themselves she's probably doing the same. But deep down, they're just pausing their life, waiting for her to notice. That's not strength. That's still orbiting her world while pretending to be in your own. And she feels that. She knows when a man is still tethered to her, even if he's gone silent. But when you shift, when you stop caring whether she watches or not, when your silence isn't a strategy, but a byproduct of being deeply focused on becoming something greater, that's when everything changes. You stop being the man who left. You become the man she doesn't recognize anymore. And that's what stings. Because she didn't lose you. She lost access to you. There's a difference. The hardest part isn't walking away. The hardest part is staying where you are and becoming so much more that the old version of you becomes irrelevant. That takes strength. That takes discipline. That takes soul. And it's the exact thing she never expected. You see, women are intuitive. They know when you're faking it. They can feel when your silence is just a tantrum, when your distance is just a manipulation tactic. But when your absence is filled with genuine growth, when your energy shifts and there's no resentment, no need for closure, no desire to prove anything, that's when it hits differently. She might see you in passing, maybe through a post, a mutual friend, a random memory, and suddenly she'll feel it, the disconnect, the emotional space that wasn't there before. The emotional gravity you used to hold has moved elsewhere, into your mission, your body, your purpose, your peace. She'll feel that weight missing, not just because you're gone, but because you've grown. Don't run, don't vanish, don't try to erase yourself. Stay visible, stay present, but be different. Let her see you, let her scroll and wonder. Let her think, wait, who is he now? You don't need to delete your account or go on a silent retreat. You just need to be unreachable, not because you blocked her, but because you've emotionally outpaced her. You've grown into someone she can't access with the same tricks, the same words, the same charm. And the truth, that's what makes her feel it. Not your silence, not your absence, but your glow, your freedom, your groundedness, your new standards. She's not crying over the man who walked away. She's crying over the man she never expected to evolve without her. That realization that you kept climbing while she stayed stuck, that's what shatters her. You don't need to prove anything. Stop with the long texts, the closure talks, the need to be understood. That's not your job anymore. You're not here to be decoded. You're here to build. You're here to rise. And she doesn't need to understand your journey in order for it to be valid. Let her misunderstand you. Let her wonder. Let her try to piece together why you're not begging for her attention anymore. That's part of the shift. And maybe she'll reach out. Maybe she won't. But that's not the point. The point is, you're no longer waiting for her to notice. You're no longer chasing a ghost. You're no longer hoping that your absence speaks louder than your words. Because now, your presence, even in silence, says everything. Your growth is the message. Your evolution is the closure. Your new life is the answer to every question she never asked. And it hurts her in a way no text ever could. Because she can't argue with it. She can't dismiss it. She can't wrap her head around how the same man who used to chase is now walking in a completely different direction with peace in his eyes and fire in his soul. That's not something you can fake. That's earned. That's built. So don't sit around in silence waiting for her to miss you. That's not strength. That's self-pity. Use that silence to rebuild, to reclaim your life, to sharpen your edges, to rediscover the man you buried trying to make it work with someone who didn't see you. And when you do that, when you really let go, not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually, energetically, that's when she feels it. Not in a nostalgic way, not in a hopeful way, but in a gut punch way. In the way that says, damn, he's really gone. Because that's what hits harder than no contact. When she realizes that you didn't just leave, you outgrew her. And there's no coming back from that. You see, people talk about healing like it's this peaceful, quiet journey. But the truth is, real healing is loud, on the inside. It's sleepless nights and deep reflections. It's looking yourself in the mirror and realizing that you've been shrinking for someone who never truly saw your full size. It's hard, but it's worth it. There will be moments when you'll want to go back, when the nostalgia gets loud, when her name shows up in a song or a scent or a dream. But those moments aren't a sign to return. They're a test to see if the man you're becoming is stronger than the boy you were. And when you pass those tests, when you stop checking her page, stop wondering who she's with, stop caring what she thinks, that's when you realize that peace isn't the absence of her. It's the presence of you, the real you, the one who stopped waiting, the one who stopped settling, the one who finally said, enough. And maybe one day you'll cross paths at a coffee shop, a mutual event, somewhere random. She'll look at you with eyes full of history. You'll look at her with eyes full of distance. And in that silence, she'll feel everything you no longer say. Not because you're cold, but because you're complete. That's the real ending. Not a message, not a dramatic goodbye. Just a man who walked into his purpose so boldly that looking back wasn't even an option. So forget no contact. That's the old way. The new way is to evolve so powerfully that she wouldn't even know where to find you emotionally, even if she tried. You hit differently, not when you vanish, but when you transform so fully that the old version of you becomes untraceable. And one last thing. Don't do it for her. Don't become your best self in hopes that she'll return. Don't get fit so she'll notice. Don't chase money so she'll regret. Do it because you finally understand you were always meant to be this version of you. You just forgot for a while. Do it because you deserve a life that doesn't revolve around who sees you, who validates you, or who claps for you. Do it because your soul was built for more, because your heart has depth, because your future is too massive to be anchored in someone who couldn't see past their own fears. She'll feel it. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.